So Cian, we've landed into a field here in Stamford of cut wheat straw, and we're about to go baling with the mighty Case IH LB436 HD behind you. But you're not from Stamford, you're not even from the UK. How did you end up with Case IH?
I grew up in County Roscommon in Ireland. I worked on my granddad's farm and also the Auchmuty family farm outside Roscommon town. Between both of them, it sparked my interest into agriculture. It led on to me going to Harper Adams University in Shropshire. Upon finishing my 4th year, I applied for an internship with Case IH, located down in Basildon, and started there last July 2020. So it was, yeah, it's been 1 year now, or just over a year, and I can say that I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, yeah, what's not to love? So, yeah.
But what is it you're actually doing with Case IH then?
So at the moment my title is an assistant demonstrator, so I assist the main demonstrator at the moment. I kind of take the baling side off him and he takes care of combines, and between the two of us we work everything else then, and shows and setup. And so. Yeah,
because last year you were actually demoing, was it the road track?
During the summer we had our LB436 Baler as well. It was a rotor cutter, and we had an AFS Connect Magnum 340 in the front. For, we'll say, the autumn time, we had a Magnum 380 CVX road track, demoing that all around the country for dealers. And I mean, it was an absolutely awesome experience for both of them. And again, this year, you get to see the whole country, meet so many amazing people. And I mean, the old COVID kind of limits a lot of what you can do and a lot of your opportunities. But yeah, I mean, it's still been awesome. So
yeah, well, despite COVID, you've still been able to get out and see a good bit of the country going around demoing all the machines.
Yeah, there's been many motorway miles covered in the last year.
But like you said there, last year, you're running a different baler to what you are this year. I mean, it was still a 436.
Yep.
But it was a different concept.
Yeah, so the baler we had last year was a rotor cutter. After the pickup tines, it feeds the crop into the rotor, which has 32 knives, and from there it goes into the stuffer where it is hit by the plunger into the actual bale chamber itself to make the bale. Whereas on this baler we have here, this is a packer feeder baler, and it doesn't have a knife option. But with the packer feeder, it's a less power-hungry implement, so to speak. So that's why this year we've got the 300 Optim on the front, as opposed to the 340 Magnum we had last year. But again, it's like anything. The more power you put in the front, the quicker it's going to go. So it's all relative at the end of the day. The
benefits of this machine, would say, compared to the other 436, is you're saying that you can run this on a lighter horsepower tractor.
Yeah, on this baler here, it's recommended about 250 PTO horsepower. So, I mean, you could run it on a Puma 240, for instance, that has PTO boost up to about 270 if you want. But yeah, I mean, we like to have the 300 with obviously the front weight and the wheel weights. And I mean, people have to just remember that we have to cater for the whole lot of the country, whether it be Scotland or right down the south coast. We deal with hills. Every day there's different ground types, ground conditions, hills, crops, you name it. So we have to cater for everything, and we'd rather go prepared as opposed to not have enough power on the day, because we want to do a fair, accurate demo at the end of the day. So yeah, that's why we've got the 300 Optim on the front.
Yeah, and she'll definitely be taking you up the hills at the right speed.
Yeah, you'd like to hope so.
Yeah. One of the things that you were telling me that you've actually improved on is you've got a new gearbox on this baler.
Yeah, so we have a new improved gearbox in the front of the baler, and that is specifically designed to make it easier to start the baler up. So it takes the stress off the PTO off the tractor, and it absorbs any stress that might be endured when starting the actual baler itself through the clutch system that's within the gearbox on the baler. It has two separate gears in there. So through the iSBus screen, it comes up with a green tick after you've reached the desired revs. This asks you, would you like to start the baler, either a green tick or red X. Hit the green tick, and that slowly engages the clutch on the baler gearbox and slowly gets the baler up to speed. Through first gear, it gets up to about 470 revs. Once it gets up to 470, it changes into a second gear. Asks you to rev it up between 850 and 950 RPM, and from there you're ready to bale. This is all seamless and automatic, so it's nothing for the operator to do. He just needs to keep an eye on his iSBus screen as it spools up. So its main design is to take the stress off the back of the tractor and the PTO pack on the tractor itself.
One thing you were actually showing me earlier was the way the suspension system works.
Yes, so we've got a new hydraulic suspension system on the back of the baler. So it's obviously 2 axles on the baler and both of them are hydraulic suspended. This allows us then to either raise or lower the baler itself. So benefits of, we'll say, being able to raise it and lower. If you want to raise it up, it gives you great access to be able to get in underneath to your needles, to be able to get into your brakes and your suspension. The advantage of lowering the baler then is it drops down the twine boxes, so it makes it easier for me or anybody else to get the spools of twine into even the highest part.
But then as well as that, I mean, your knotting system, you've improved that as well.
Yes, so we've got the new Twine Pro system, and this does 2 separate knots on the bale. Main benefits of this is we've no offcuts anymore, so there's no little bits of twine being cut off and left around the field. There's waste. It's better for the environment, and it's just more neatness in your work and everything. So it saves a lot of twine over the course of a harvest, and with twine, the prices this year, I mean, it's beneficial for everybody. But they're also a stronger knot as well, and more capable of holding higher weight. So it's beneficial for everybody.
Yeah, and going back to just what you were saying about obviously the ideal horsepower for the tractor.
Yeah.
The higher the horsepower, she's got a massive capacity with the power.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we might have already touched on it, but the capacity of the baler is, it's phenomenal, really. I mean, I've grown up using round balers in Ireland, and you think you're going well on a day, and then you hop into something like this, and I mean, you do have a lot of horsepower on the front, but it's just absolutely phenomenal, and there's no stopping, no reversing, no open back doors or anything. It's something else, really. It's a great experience, but yeah, it has a phenomenal capacity. But yeah, like anything, power is king.
Well, that's absolutely brilliant, Cian. I mean, we're really looking forward to seeing her working here shortly. I know the weather's not been with us this morning, but hopefully now it'll dry up and we can get some straw through her.
With a bit of luck, yes.
Bit of the luck of the Irish. Well, that was brilliant. Thanks a million for chatting with us today.
Thanks, Olivia.